Hey guys, good night. We are live. We have a guest in the house tonight, so I need you to be on your best behavior.
Spaces, a set of two.
We
Sorry.
have a Oh, no problem. We have a guest tonight. Big topic. I think this is a very important topic that I see as a loan officer that affects people in our community and people in general. We're going to be talking about where you should keep your funds, meaning trying to buy a house, stop using these type of accounts. We have a friend of mine, Tina Byron. Tina, let them know who you are.
Good evening. I'm Tina Byron. I am the retail relationship manager for Center Park Credit Union, formerly Atlanta Postal Credit Union. Um, we are the oldest credit union here in the state of Georgia. I've been in banking and finance for the last 18 years, and it is a privilege to be here tonight. So thank you for having me, Kevin.
No problem, no problem. I've been thinking about this topic for a while. And when I saw you a couple weeks ago, I said, you know what? I need to get Tina on to discuss it. So, what I'm talking about is banking, where you hold your funds at. From the lender standpoint, I have seen people, and no knock, but I just feel like your money should be in a better spot, right? I've seen people who bank with Chime. I see people who bank with Cash App. I've seen people use Walmart accounts. Um, Back in the day, when not too long ago, but some people using Green Dot. Um, I'm trying to think of some other ones. Cash App,
Chime.
Chime, Green Dot, and it's one other one that I see that's not too bad. So like the fintech ones, like SoFi and stuff like that, are a little different, but just those accounts like Cash App and Chime and stuff, I feel like they keep you in a cash dependent instead of banking. Let me give you an example.
Okay.
I have some money on my Cash App,
Mhm.
right? They sent me a message and I said, oh, somebody's sending me money. But it wasn't. It was a notification that I could borrow $500. Well, I just so happen to have $500 on my Cash App.
Wow.
But I know I don't want to borrow $500. I'm going to use what I have. And I only have it because some vendors that I use for my properties just don't do it. Don't use banks. They don't do, you know what I mean? Like they can't wait for the check. So I do it as a convenience to them. If I didn't have the thought process that I had, I would say, hey, I'm gonna keep my 500, use their 500, and just pay back small payments. Well, that's where we get caught up in that debt cycle, and they know that.
Mhm.
How ironic! I can borrow up to $500, and I have $500 on my account.
Absolutely.
So yeah, so I mean, those are ways. It's convenient. Like, shoot, I can keep my money for something else. Um, so Tina, I got some questions for you.
Okay.
Um, One of the questions is, how does someone get an account with Center Park?
To get an account with Center Park, it is really easy. Of course, you can go to our website. I have a link that you can click on to apply for your membership. We are open to everyone in the community, so you don't have to be postal affiliated anymore. We're open to everyone, no matter what your background is, and it's really easy.
Really easy. So guys, I will have the link. I will post the link in the description after the interview, and I'll post it in the comment section here in a little bit as well. In terms of Center Park Credit Union, what type of accounts can one open with them?
Oh, we are a full service financial institution. So if you're looking for a checking account, if you're looking for a savings account, if you are in need of high yield products, we have a checking account that pays 5% APY. and we have a savings account that is paying 4% annual percentage yield, and you can link those together. Um, if you're in need of a money market or CDs, IRA, we have it all.
Wow. So with let me tell you what I think. I think sometimes people have those accounts because they have had a boo boo
Hmm.
in the past with checking accounts. If I had a closed checking account, let's say 5 years ago, what's the likelihood of me being able to open an account with Center Park?
It's still very possible. So, as long as if you owe a balance to another financial institution, I am always going to encourage you to take care of that balance. But if you come to me and you owe less than $1,000, I can look at your history, and I can still get you an account if it's less than $1,000. The name of that in particular product is called the renewal checking account. That is the only checking account that has a monthly maintenance fee. So the maintenance fee on that account, it is $10 a month, but you don't have to maintain a minimum balance. And you only have to be in that account for 12 months. So as long as you keep your account in good standing for 12 months, after the 12-month mark, we'll put you into a traditional checking account.
Got you. What about if my hesitation is I have multiple boo boos at
Okay.
banks? So where you and I think you understand where I was at maybe one bank and I messed up and I got a second chance at another bank and messed up. Is there such thing as a third try?
As long as those balances are under $1,000, I can help you.
You can help. Okay. Um, so if you're watching, you're probably wondering like, hey Kevin, what's the importance of having your funds in let me silence my phone. You're probably wondering, well, what's the importance of having your money in a traditional bank account? The problems that I've seen is when you bank with someone who is typically not in your area or not up to snuff or used to transactions and wiring, the wires take longer.
Okay.
And when the wires take longer, it affects closing. So, example, let's say someone's supposed to close on Friday, and in our business, we don't get the clear to close way in advance all the time. So, let's say the clear to close comes on Wednesday, and when we get the clear to close, we find out, oh, at his bank or her bank, it takes 5 days to wire. So,
Okay.
that wire should be initiated on tomorrow, on Monday.
Yeah.
But if the client doesn't know that, then we have a problem. Well, guess what? Typically, that can be solved if you walk inside. Well, you can't walk inside of a Chime.
That's
You
right.
can't walk inside of a Cash App. You
Mhm.
know, you can walk into Walmart, but I don't know if how they do it, the wiring. So, like, I feel if that's how you want to do some business, that's fine for convenience. But having an account with a bank or a credit union is essential because you can, let's say you can't physically walk in, you could probably call Tina. Do you guys have online wires?
Well, in order to, we do have online wires, but of course, we encourage people to come inside the branch if they can, but they can
Got you.
initiate the wires online as well. And
Okay.
our wires go out the same day.
Same day. Do
Hmm.
you know the wire cutoff time?
3 p.m.
3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Eastern Standard Time.
Eastern Standard Time. So who can sign up for an account? Like, can I be in a different state and sign up for an account with Center Park?
You absolutely can. If you are within the 50 states, you can have a membership with us. So we're open to
Got
every.
you. Everyone. And
Mhm.
I'm not sure if you said when in the beginning, did you say what the criteria was to be a member?
Yeah, we're open to everyone. So we used to be Atlanta Postal Credit Union. So we were open to postal members and their families. But in 2020, we created the division Center Park Credit Union so that we could serve all communities and not just postal. So we serve everyone.
Got you. Is there a membership fee?
No, it is completely free to have a membership with us. So your
Okay.
initial deposit, everyone must have a primary savings account, and we actually fund the first dollar into that account for you. But your initial deposit is whatever you choose for it to be.
So there's no minimum.
There's no minimum.
Okay. So I can bring my $5 next week.
You can bring $5 next week and we will get your account open for you. Same day.
Same day.
Yeah.
Tina, I'm not sure if you can answer this question. What is the benefit of being with a credit union versus being with maybe a bank?
I would say one of the best benefits to me is that personal service that you're going to receive. So when you bank with a credit union, you'll know the people that you're working with. It's not just transactional, it's relational. And I think that's extremely important. Also, with a credit union versus a traditional bank, is our rates are typically much better than a tradition or than a bank. Um, so yeah, I would say between rates and the service.
The rates and the service.
Mhm.
What all what all would I need? And I'm not sure if we answer. What all would I need when I'm signing up for this account?
Your driver's license, um, maybe your social security card, but that's it. And your deposit.
Pretty deposit. Pretty simple process.
Very
Okay.
simple process.
Simple process. What if um I guess, are you guys affiliated with any other credit unions? Isn't there like a credit union system where I could go into another credit union, make a deposit, and it goes into my account at that credit union?
Absolutely. So you're talking about co-op shared branching. So
Okay.
you can go on our website and go to where it says locations, and you can put in the zip code where you live, and it'll tell you what credit unions in that area also participate in co-op shared branching, and you can go inside of that branch and handle your business for your Center Park account. So whether you're
Got you.
making a deposit, making a
Mhm.
payment on a loan, doing a cash withdrawal, you can do all of those things with that system.
Got you. So are they able to go in and initiate a wire through that system also?
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
Okay. All right. I was just wondering because you said sometimes it's better to go in for the wires. Um,
But you can also call us. So if you're not in state, you can call us.
okay. With when this is over as well, all of Tina's contact information will be in the description. Sometimes you may have a question that is specific to your need, and she would be the best person to answer it. You may not want to ask it online, but her contact information will be in the description. Tina, what are some things of advice you would give someone in establishing or reestablishing bank accounts? What are some pieces of advice you would give them going through this process?
Um, One of the best pieces of advice is to try. Don't discount yourself. Don't just think that you can't have it because you haven't had an account in a long time, or you just think that you can't have the account because 9 times out of 10, you probably can. Um, so just don't be afraid. I think it's extremely important to have relationships as well when we're talking about banking. Um, if you are in a position, and this is whether you bank with me or someone else. So if you're in whoever your financial institution is, go inside, get to know the staff, um, ask them questions because when you need them, they can put, a name with a face. I think relationships is really important when it comes to banking.
Got you. I think you're definitely right. Those names and relationships, um, putting a face to it at least one time. Now, if for those people who are not in your location, do you guys ever have Zoom calls with them to build that relationship or anything?
I've never done that before, but if they requested it, I suppose that we could,
Right.
or even just calling in, because if you call in enough, even if you're talking to someone in the call center, chances are you might get the same person more than one time. And it's like, oh, how you doing, Mrs. Smith? You called last week. Again, it still goes back to relationships, you know,
Or it can be like, oh man, here come Miss Smith.
but we're not gonna do them like that.
um, I so I have an account with matter of fact, when I was a kid, my second account was with like a credit union. Um, I felt like it was a different feel when you
Mhm.
went in. Like a bank felt kind of cold. The credit union felt warm, if that makes sense.
It makes
Because
perfect
like,
sense.
and I know it sounds weird to say, but it just was a different feeling when I walked into the bank versus when I walked into the credit union.
It's
And
more
I'll never forget.
personal.
You're more personal. You're right.
It's more
You're
personal.
definitely right. So with these accounts, and I just want to make sure I don't glaze over anything. With these accounts, are we still able to get debit cards and all stuff, kind of stuff like that? Because some people just don't know. So I want to make sure I answer that question.
Absolutely. So again, we are a full service financial institution. And so, yes, with your checking account, you absolutely can get a debit card if you'd like a debit card. We have online banking, which is another great feature. We have mobile deposit, which is another great feature. Um, we are a full service financial institution. So whatever you need, we can accommodate that. Even on the
Got
business side, we're talking about the consumer side, but also on the business side, if you're in need of a business checking, a business savings, a line of credit, a business credit card, we have all of those services as well.
got you. That's good information. We got our first question. Let's see. And it says, question, does direct deposit offer customer benefits at all banks?
Ooh, good question. I mean, you get your money, directly into your account instead of cashing, you're waiting to cash a check. Um, some banks do have it where you can get your money a day or two in advance. We don't have that feature, but we do, of course, have people who use direct deposit.
Got you. I think I'm glad you asked that question, because I think the other part is with some of those accounts that we spoke of, sometimes you can get a portion of your check early.
Hmm.
So they'll let you take out, let's say they'll let you draft 250 before you get paid, or $500 before you get paid, like 2 days before you get paid. Or sometimes I think I seen one where they let you get your check 2 days in advance. Like, I think that's sometimes a benefit to people, especially in these tough times that we're having right now.
Absolutely. And that's a feature that we don't have yet, but I know that's something that they've been discussing. And so hopefully in the near future, we'll offer that service as well, where you can get your check maybe a day in advance.
Got you.
So there are institutions that do that.
Right. What's the benefit to the credit union of doing that?
Well, of course, it gets your consumer their money early so they can take care of their bills. You don't have to worry about accounts going into overdraft and, possibly charging off if it's overdrawn for a very long time. And so I think it's a great benefit because we're taking care of our members.
Okay. Speaking of overdraft, do you know offhand how much overdraft fees are?
Our overdraft fees are $32 per transaction, and our overdraft limit is $500.
Got you.
Mhm.
So does that mean they'll let you overdraft up to 500? If not, it'll be rejected.
Correct.
Got you.
Up to
Okay.
$500.
Got you. So that's the other part, the NSF fees. Like when we look at bank accounts, not only do we look to see if the money is in the account, we look to see if you have any insufficient funds. And we're looking at the last 60 days, because we're looking at the last 2 months of bank statements, but then they also take a look at the course of the year, because is on bank accounts, on bank statements, there's always a running total year to
That's
date, how many insufficient funds. Um, we understand that, hey, occasionally there's more month than money.
right. Hmm.
But if it's consistent, I've seen where it has halted someone's ability to purchase, or they've had to come up with a letter of explanation of why you've been consistently having insufficient funds.
Hmm.
Um, as the lender, I'm looking at it as well. And before I get that set up to go into underwriting, I'm asking the question of what happened. Not to be nosy, but so we can figure out if it's going to be a habitual problem. Um, and, that's a part of my job, is to help you get through underwriting smoother. So I may say, hey, let's not less, but take a look at your bills and see, because sometimes like people have bills coming out closer to their pay, um, and then sometimes they don't have bills coming out directly, but then they're spending. So it's like, if you know that a bill's coming out on the first of the month, at the end of the month you might want to fall back from spending a bunch of cash or spending money that you're not going to have in your account. Especially if you know, hey, my hours fluctuated. I didn't get a full 40 last week, or I didn't get a full 80 the last 2 weeks, and then you still have the same spending habit. And because you make less, doesn't mean your bills are going to be less. So sometimes it's just self awareness of what's going on with your bills. Um, those are key items. Key items to me. Tina? Is there any tips or things that you would want to advise somebody? Um, I got a question before you said,
Okay.
what would, if I came to you looking to open up an account,
Hmm.
would you, obviously I want to have my checking account so I can have direct deposits,
Yeah.
right? But would you have me open up a traditional savings account or a high yield savings account?
I would have you open the high yield. So everyone gets the primary savings, right? And that one doesn't draw a lot, it doesn't
Okay.
earn a lot of interest. But we do have a high yield. I would absolutely tell you to open the high yield every time because it's paying 4%.
Do I,
And go ahead.
no, you can finish.
But because it's paying for 4%, so you want to earn as much as you possibly can.
Is there a what was it? How I want to ask it? Is there, do I have, in the high yield savings account, do I always have access to my funds that's in that account?
Yes.
So it's not like a CD or anything.
No, it's a savings
Okay.
account. Truly a savings account.
Savings account. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, because sometimes when you think of a higher interest earnings on an account, you think there may be a limit to access to that account. Um, there's a delay. That's why I keep pausing. It's a delay
Yeah.
on my end.
Okay.
Um, yeah, it's on my end.
No worries.
Um, yeah, we'll figure it out.
Okay. I do want to touch on one thing.
All right.
So we have, it's called our Kasasa cash account. That's the checking account that pays 5% APY. And then we have the Kasasa saver that pays the 4% APY. So there are only three qualifications to earn that interest. All right. You have to have at least one direct deposit. You must use your debit card 12 times a month and enroll in e-statements. That's it.
So one direct deposit,
Mhm.
get your statements electronically, and use your debit card 12 times in a month.
That's it.
Uh,
Earn 5% on your checking, 4% on your savings.
gotcha. Do you guys have any like any starter cards for someone looking to get into credit cards?
Yes, we also have the secured credit cards. Again, I can provide the link to apply for a credit card. The minimum is $300 for that card, but we have that as well.
So since we're talking about it, Tina, how does a secured credit card work?
So a secure credit card works like this. It's really simple. So you're going to take your money and use it for the collateral. So if you want to start with the 300, or if you want to start with 500, or even 1,000, you're going to take your money and send that to the credit card company. They're going to give you a credit card with a limit of that dollar amount, and you're going to use that responsibly to build your credit.
Keyword,
Responsibly.
keyword responsibly. Yep. Yep. Secured credit card. Um,
Absolutely.
so what I do is if someone's looking to establish credit,
Mhm.
I typically refer them to get a secured credit card because it's only going to be for the amount that they put on it. And the purpose of getting a secured credit card, or me getting you to get a secured credit card, is not to run it up, but it's to
Mhm.
establish credit. And when you get a secured credit card, make sure it is a credit card that one um, reports to all three credit agencies,
Yeah, absolutely.
because there are certain ones that do not. So you want to make sure that they all report to all three credit agencies. And then, Tina, is there a credit check to get the secure credit card with you guys?
They still pull your credit, but I've never seen anyone get denied.
Got you.
Mhm.
I've had people who bank with the bigger banks and they've gotten denied. And I'm like, how do you get denied for a secure card that you're going to secure with your money that they already have? Like,
True. And we have another option. So
okay.
you can do a secured credit card with us, but you can also do what we call a shared secured loan. It's the same concept, but you put your money in your savings account and you use your savings account as a loan. It's called a
Okay.
shared secured loan.
Is there a separate link for that as well?
No, it's still my link, and if they need information, they can contact me. I can help them with that as well.
Gotcha. Well,
Very
guys,
easy.
it look like tonight we talking about bank accounts and establishing credit.
Yeah, we are here to help.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Um, in terms of the in terms of the process of establishing all of these accounts,
Mhm.
should my audience or whoever's watching reach out and have a conversation with you first, or should they just go online using the link so that they can see what they can get and cannot get?
It just depends on the individual. If you just want a checking, everyone, you have to have a membership to have a loan with us. So we'll start there. So you have to have at least the primary share. But if you have a question, just call me. You can also just, if you don't have any questions and you know you want the membership, you know you want to apply for a loan eventually, you can also just apply.
Got you.
But sometimes when people, I know some people may not be familiar with who we are. And so I would love to have a conversation just to explain, who we are.
Tina, what did you do before working at the credit union?
I've been in banking and finance for the last 18 years. So I've been with Parc for the last 3 years. So prior to that, I've worked for banks
Got you.
and I've
Which
done a
one do
little
you
bit
like?
of everything.
Of everything.
Yes.
Which one do you like working better for?
I would definitely say credit union, and not just because I work for Parc, but I love the community feel. I love how they take care of their members. I love the products that we offer. I've never worked for an institution that offers the products that we currently offer. It's amazing how we're able to help people. So whether it is a checking account earning high yield or even youth accounts, we have so many accounts for even the youth, brand new babies. You can open them a CD, you can open them a savings account. Um, and I love everything they stand for. We turned 100 last year and we did grocery giveaways. We paid off someone's vehicle last year. Around Christmas, we gave away $15,000 to different members. So just different giveaways that we did to celebrate our centennial birthday. And it was just amazing. I would definitely say credit union, we give back a lot.
Wow. 15 grand. You didn't call me for that one.
Look, I was so busy. I was in the community so much. But
Gotcha.
it was really good to see how they invested in our communities. It was beautiful.
No, that's great.
Hmm.
So I want to kind of reset the room. Hey guys, if you are now just joining and you didn't catch the beginning, I am speaking with Tina Byron from Center Parc Credit Union, formerly known as Atlanta Postal Credit Union, and we're discussing how to reestablish a banking account, the importance of having an account with a bank or a credit union. Right? When I say banking account, I mean checkings and savings, not necessarily a bank, but with a credit union and a relationship building credit union. I know we love Navy Federal, but there are other credit unions that provide great service. And I don't know if you call into Navy Federal if you can reach the same person every time. You'll be able to call in and reach Tina. So, someone who can actually build. And if you're in the Georgia area, for sure, she'll probably be in your community at some point, especially Metro Atlanta area, right?
Absolutely.
Tina, actually, where are you? For my people that are in Georgia and surrounding areas, where are your physical locations?
Oh, we have branches throughout the state of Georgia. We have several in the Atlanta market. We are in Middle Georgia, Macon, Georgia. We're in Columbus. We're in Savannah. We're in Rome. Um, yeah, we have branches throughout the state.
Okay, multiple branches throughout the state. Gotcha,
Absolutely.
gotcha,
10, if I'm not
gotcha.
mistaken.
10. Okay,
Mhm.
that's amazing. That's amazing. So,
Absolutely.
guys, we are talking about bank accounts. We're talking about establishing, getting a second chance, the importance of having a checking and savings account with a credit union, not just your Chime account or your Cash App account. Tina and her team are able to help you essentially reestablish credit as well in terms of secured credit cards, a secured loan, right? Based
Shared
off your
security
savings,
loan. Hmm.
shared, yep, shared savings. So there's no, the reason why I wanted to do this, not because it's important to have, hey, sorry, I went out. The other thing is we don't want your money in your mattress. I need you to be able to physically put your money somewhere in a bank. Trina, Tina, the other thing is people are skeptical about banks and or credit unions and their money not being secured. What type of comfort do people have if something happens with their money in their account? Like, is there any type of insurance you guys have where they're guaranteed to get their money?
Absolutely. So, whether you're with a bank or a credit union, your money is federally insured. So, whether it's the FDIC or the NCUA for credit unions, your money is federally insured. And so you don't have to worry about, losing your money. You won't lose anything.
Gotcha. Yeah, people's like, yeah, I feel better having my money at home. So, but when then you come to me, I can't use mattress money.
That's right. We have to be able to show where the money is coming from. You need statements. Don't have statements under
These
the mattress.
no statements under the mattress. No, as I always say, the Crown Royal bag. You can't have your money in the Crown Royal bag and bring it to closing. We just gotta make sure we do banking properly, and that it's a part of the education piece. I like to educate my people on proper things to do so they can have it set up in advance as opposed to coming to me and not knowing exactly what to do. And hopefully, this will help someone out there that could be your only hiccup is I don't have a bank account. I don't know who provide physical checks that you go to the bank and cash, but I'm sure there's some places that do. Um, what and I know this may sound crazy, but for my business owners, and they're a cash heavy business, do you guys have things, well, cash heavy business, but they want some security? Do you guys partner with any type of app like Zelle or anything?
Yes, we use Zelle.
Okay,
We partner
because
with
a lot
Zelle.
of
That's
people.
the only one that we partner with.
Okay, yeah, a lot of people, send money through Zelle because they don't really fool with Cash App, and Zelle comes directly from your bank account as well.
Yep. We partner with Zelle.
Got you. We are discussing banking. We're talking to Tina Byron. If you guys out there or gals have any questions pertaining to um, accounts, money markets, checking, savings, anything to do with any type of banking. Tina's your person to ask. She took her time out for us on Sunday to answer these questions for us. And if you have any questions, as usual, about home ownership that are directed towards me, I'm here to ask. And then if it's a question pertaining to banking, I'll give you the perspective of a lender, and Tina can give you the perspective of banking. So ask away. In the meantime, we also have our YouTube. We have our group on Facebook that you can become a member of. We answer any questions you have pertaining to housing. We look for wins. I post in there consistently. Lately, I've been inconsistent, but the goal is to get back in. So if you want to be a part of our Facebook group, the link will be below. And also, we have we send it out 3 times a week, a newsletter. We send it out on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. The newsletter pertains to videos that come out. It's a recap of the videos that we have. Occasionally, we'll have surveys and information, but it's all about housing. Nothing where we're spamming you or sending you out a whole bunch of crazy stuff. We don't sell the list. As a gift from us to you, when you sign up as a member, we give you a budget worksheet so you can begin working on your budget for your household. And if, of course, if you have any questions about the budget worksheet or how to even fill it out, you want to schedule a call with me, then the link to contact me will be below. We try to make this a holistic group, Tina. Try to make sure we hit all facets of home ownership, but not only home ownership, wealth, keeping our money in a good place. High yielding savings accounts is the way to go. Like I actually learned something from a landlord in a marketing group. I mean, an investment group that I'm in. I happened to talk to her on Friday, and she says that she keeps her escrows for her deposit security deposits in a high yielding savings account. I
That makes
never
sense.
thought of that. I never
That's
thought of it. I never
because it's
thought
just
of it. And
sitting
it's
there, so why not let it earn as much interest as possible?
right, just sitting. Like I think like I've got a tenant in one of my properties. She's been in the house for 8 years. Imagine what I could have earned on her deposits.
Yes. So it sounds like you open high yield with me, so I'll be waiting.
For sure, definitely. Guys, if you have any questions pertaining to home ownership, refinances, um, you know what else? Tina, are you able to touch on if somebody was looking to do you do refinancing of auto, like car refinances?
We do auto refinances. If you've never purchased a vehicle before and you have no credit, we have a first time auto buyer program. Um, so that helps a lot of people. Um, if you're looking to refinance, if you just whatever your banking needs are, we can help you. But that first time auto buyer program is amazing. I've seen it help a lot of people.
You mind digging into that and talking about it for us?
Sure. So there are some people who seem to think that if you have no credit, that's just as bad as having bad credit. And that just isn't always the case. So if you find yourself, you don't have any credit, you've never purchased a car before, you can absolutely get auto financing with us. Um, what the car would have to be between $500 and $30,000. The down payment is tiered, so it's going to depend on how much car you're buying is how much you're going to put down. Um, but it's a very simple process. It's not difficult, and typically we can have you closed, within 24 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a great
Wow. Wow.
program. If you need assistance finding a car, we have auto assistance. There's a website that you can use on our app that can actually help you find an auto as well. So we have so many resources.
Tina, in order to get this auto loan, do you have to pull credit?
Yes, we do.
Is it a hard to solve pull?
It's a hard pull.
Okay. People ask me all the time, oh, I don't want no hard pull. I need a soft pull.
But if you're trying
Um,
to do something, it's going to be a hard pull every time.
but I don't want to mess up my credit score.
Pay your bill on time. You don't have nothing to worry about.
I'm
I mean,
being
but it
funny,
only
but
goes down like with maybe a point or two. It doesn't go down a lot.
it's
I wouldn't
between
have a lot
zero.
of different people pulling it.
It's between 0 and 3 points.
Yeah, so
It,
it's
it
okay.
it's not significant at all.
It's not.
So I advise you, if you're going to purchase a car, instead of going to the dealership and letting them run it with 15 different people, let's go to Tina, get them to pre-approve you for how much you can get. Then you know your budget of what your car is. When I purchased my car, I went to the bank, I got pre-approved for what I needed, and then
Mhm.
I did it in reverse. I went out, looked at vehicles because I hadn't brought a car in I don't know how long, and I knew what the vehicle was that I wanted to get.
Mhm.
I went and got approved through my own credit union and took the check to them. I
Yeah.
didn't want them shopping me around and sending me to a bunch of different places. Um, yes, so they wouldn't, have a bunch of inquiries on my credit, but I also wanted to build and establish a relationship with that credit union outside of other things.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that
It's
is definitely
really
the
key.
key.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Get financed through your credit union. And we can, if you're not in the state of Georgia, if you're not near a branch, we can have the check overnighted to you.
Mm.
It's easy enough. It's easy.
So what you're telling me is they don't have an excuse as to why they can't reestablish credit, why they can't have a banking or savings account, why they can't be earning money on their money.
Absolutely. And I think we haven't really talked about this, but in terms of fees, you're paying Cash App, what's the other one? Chime. You're paying them, even Walmart, you're paying them all kinds of fees. Well, with our products, they are free. The only product that I mentioned today that's not free is the renewal checking account. And those are for the individuals who may owe another financial institution. And we're giving them an account to reestablish their banking history, right? Everything else that we have doesn't cost them a thing. The Kasasa Cash, the Kasasa Cash Back, the Kasasa Saver, all those are free. If you're opening savings accounts for your youth, all those savings accounts are free. There are no monthly maintenance fees. There are no requirements on your initial deposit. It's a win. And because we do recognize that we are not in everyone's community, we even refund up to $10 in ATM fees every month.
Oh wow.
Mhm.
Wow. That's yeah. So let me ask you this.
Okay.
The eight is it strictly ATM fees or is it can I get reimbursed that same $10 if I'm at Publix and I pull cash out at the register? Is that the same
That's
thing?
that's a free service. So when you do cash back, that doesn't charge you anything. And so that's something I actually tell people. I'm big on not paying fees. So either try to stay below that $10 threshold so you can at least get your $10 back, or go to a Publix or a Kroger, Walmart, and get cash back instead of going to a foreign ATM. And a foreign ATM is any ATM that's not your financial institution.
Wow.
Hmm.
That's it. Because I know I believe that my bank charges me if I ever get cash back. That's why I never do it.
Cash back at a register.
At the register, I believe so. I'm gonna have
that's a
to
free
double check.
that's a free service.
Wow. with you guys?
Everywhere I've worked has been free.
I'm gonna have to double check. I'm gonna
I
double
don't know if
check
you
and I'll
bank
get
with,
back to
so
you.
yeah, double check on
I'm
that
not
one.
I'm not saying no names because they're not paying for no spot on this show. So
I don't blame you.
nah. Oh man. Hey guys, if you have any questions pertaining to housing, if you got questions about banking, anything you want to ask Tina, you've got her for a few more minutes. We also want to make sure that you do us a huge favor and gives us a thumbs up to this show. We want to make sure it gets pushed out into the YouTube algorithm. We also want to make sure that we get Tina some additional business. Tina is a referral partner of mine, a great referral partner, and I want to make sure that I can two things: help my community in terms of reestablishing whatever issues they may have, and also helping my friend and on her side with her business, because she offer, not only does she offer great products, just great service. The same person that you're sitting here seeing in her personality is the same person you're going to talk to. So definitely, if you're watching and you know someone in your family who has some issues with banking, they come to you and say, hey, cuz, can you deposit this your account for me and give me my money? Then we need to send them over to Tina for sure. If you have those issues, here's an opportunity for you to reestablish yourself and, with some checking and savings account and get you some paperwork. And hey, if you're currently banking with Chime, Green Dot, got the rush card, whatever, uh, reach out to Tina and she can get you set up with a checking and savings account. And even if you're on here and some of my people who watch me are business owners, Tina can help you establish a business account. Listen. Please call Tina if you have a business, because I see oftentimes that you have a great business, but everything's going into one account. You want to separate it. You want to separate it. Tina can help you with a business account. Please separate it, because then I don't have to ask you 5011 questions about why we have a large deposit in your personal account that's not tied to your payment. I mean your paycheck. So, guys, hey, if you don't have any additional questions for Tina, though, I've answered all my questions. Tina, if you could real quick tell them how to get in touch with you, but all the information will also be in the description.
Absolutely. So to contact me directly, you can always call me. My direct number is 404-559-2687. And my email address is tbyron, BYRON, at apcu.com.
Got you. That will be in the chat. That will be in the description. If you have any questions and you're watching the replay, if you just drop your questions below or look in the description and reach out to Tina. If you drop them below, I will make sure Tina gets those answered, or I'll get an answer for you. If we have no further questions, I am Kevin Jefferson, the People's Lender. This is my friend Tina Byron. Have a great night.